What's up, everyone? Welcome to another fantabulous Daily Vape TV live stream. I just wanted to relax for a minute. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. I got a new chair and it's really nice, so I'm pretty stoked on it. But welcome, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Late night with Daily Vape TV. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk about some stuff and some things and some pods, and we're going to vape, and we're going to do some other stuff not related to pods. So, yeah, I've got two to take a look at today. We've got the Vaporesso Osmall. Look how oh so small it is. And we also have the Vaporesso Xtra. Look how extra it is. There we go. So, yeah, let's get started here by saying big shout out and thank you to Vaporesso for sending me some pod systems to take a look at. I know in the past I've said that I wasn't going to be doing any more pod systems, but hey, they just sent them along anyways. A lot of times I don't get emails. They'll just send some stuff out and I just go, okay, guess I'm looking at this. And it turns up and it turns out to be pretty good. And I'm pretty happy they sent it to me. There's a kind of a reason we're going to be doing this video today. And the reason is that I'm trying to get off of these disposables. I am sick and tired of using these stupid disposables because I love them. I gotta say, they're very convenient, and you just grab one from work and puff on it, and it makes all the psychotic thoughts in my head go away. But they are bad for the environment, they are bad for the economy, they're bad for the customers, it costs too much money for people. I mean, I could just grab them from work, but, you know, other people are paying like $10 for these things. So there's that. But yes, that's my next goal, is to get off of the disposables, and with that, I'm going to be trying to do it with pod systems. Now, that being said, I'm probably going to use nicotine in my pod systems. That's not 6 milligram freebase or anything. I might use nic salts. I tend to prefer 10 milligram nic salts from the UK. And I know that's a very weird thing to get into as an American. But yeah, 10 milligrams seems to be my sweet spot. I'm not a huge fan of the super high, crazy 5% or anything like that. I like lower. So I'm going to try my best to get off of those damn disposables with some pod systems And I gotta say that these little guys are gonna help me along in my journey. Now, let's have a quick vape reel real quick before we get down into the intricacies of these pod systems. And yes, I'm actually using them mouth to lung, kind of, most of the time mouth to lung. Let's have another vape on this one, just for good measure. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to post this in the various groups. So if anyone wants to copy the URL and post it real quick for me in Vape Stew Crew and or my Facebook group, please do that. I believe I'm a moderator on the Vape Stew Crew, so you can put mod approved on it. It's approved by me, and if Stan has any questions about it, he can talk to me. But in any case, thank you guys so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get some quick shout outs out of the way. Everyone in chat gets a shout out, so if you want a shout out, quick type something. Big shout out to Dire Thing and Dave Satek for getting here early, as well as Spike Vapes. We have Lethal Coils as well. Yo, 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 my dude. We've got Puddle Jumper 84. Jenny Sin Designs, welcome. We have this motherfucker here. We've got Voodoo 1013. We've got my lovely patron Overdrip, aka a myriad of nasty names if you're in the Discord and or Zoom chats that we have for Vape Stew. We've got John O. We have What the Front. And we have... that's it. That's it so far. So... I'm going to just wait a second. If I see anyone else pop up, I'm going to shout you out. But thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are awesome. I know it's a late stream, but I had to put this Secret Lab chair together. And I really wanted to get it because I've been waiting all weekend. It said it was supposed to be delivered on Saturday. Didn't get delivered. Sunday, obviously, they're not delivering. Monday said out for delivery. Didn't get delivered. Tuesday, same thing. So I finally got it today. And yeah, it was just a pain in the ass getting this chair. But yeah, it's a brand new 2020 Titan Secret Lab chair. It's pretty dope. Spent a bunch of money on it and it's very comfortable. But who else do we have? Anybody? Nobody Vape says, "What's up, Nick and chat?" There we go. But yeah, like I said, or like I will say right now, if you guys want to shout out later on in the episode, stay tuned, and I will be doing another round of shout outs right at the very end. And with that, let's get right into it. So first, we're going to start with the Osmall. This thing is available even in a variety of different colors, including gray, black, dark blue, dark red, blue, red, gold, and rose. Now, that's a lot of colors. You know what? I don't know what color this is. And it doesn't say on the box. That is a color indication in Chinese. I actually used Google Translate. Has this cool feature on your phone where you can just look at it with the camera thing open and it'll just translate it for you, which is awesome. However, yeah, I forgot to do that with this one. I only did it with the other one. You know what? Let's do it right now. While we're here, I'll take 2 seconds to do that. Camera. Translating from Chinese to English. Aim at text. Oh, it says red. Okay. So I think I did do that one, actually. It says red in Chinese there on this box. So I have this is red. This is... fumble it. This is Chinese red, apparently. I know the camera's not going to really do it any justice. Let's adjust the focus or adjust the brightness here real quick, and I will show you the true color of this thing as best as I can in this segment here. Let's go over here. So this is the true color of this thing. It's kind of a maroonish. Yeah, it's definitely not red there, China. Not sure what you're on about, but that ain't red. In either case, this thing has a 350 milliamp hour battery, peaks at 11 watts. It has an Omni board mini chipset. It is very small. Max wattage output is 11 watts, like I said. Voltage output range, there's not even a figure there. Resistance range is 1.2 ohms. It has a zinc alloy chassis construction, but it doesn't, unless it's on the inside, this is plastic. This is 100% plastic on the outside. Draw activated firing mechanism, 2 mil refillable pod, side fill system with silicone stopper, 1.2 ohm integrated coil, snap in connection, short circuit protection, over discharge protection, over time protection, low voltage protection, micro USB port, and there's your lot. So that is the specs for the Osmall, and we'll get to the opinions afterwards. We're not going to get into the opinions quite yet. We're just going to vape on it and relax. And thank you to those who have posted in the groups. I saw the notifications. Thank you. Let's see. It was Jenny Sin. Jenny Sin posted in Vape Stew Crew. Thank you, Jenny. I think that deserves a spanner just for that. I think we're gonna give you a spanner here. So boop, doop doop doo. Oh, I have to do it on this one. Doop 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 doo. Boop and boop. There you go. Spanner has been handed out. All right, let's get on with the Xtra. Hold on. Let's show the true color of this one too while we're at it here. I know you're gonna see it in a second in the close-ups, but I just like this camera is a little bit nicer than that camera, so we're just going to do it this way. And doop, 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 boop. Oh, too dark. There we go. So this is pretty much the true color. Oh, maybe that isn't too dark. This is like the true color here of this particular device. It's got some pink and purple on it and some chrome. And yeah, it's pretty cool and funky looking. So let's go ahead and take a look at the specs for this one. This is a 16-watt pod system with a 900 milliamp hour built-in battery. This one is 11 to 16 watts. Resistance range is 0.8 or 1.2 ohms. It has intelligent resistance matching. Another zinc alloy chassis construction. It has a physical power button. Draw activated firing mechanism, tricolor LED indicator light. I don't know why I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Lanyard attachment point, ventilated bottom, magnetic recessed pod connection, 2 mil refillable pod, ergonomic mouthpiece, side fill system with a silicone stopper. It has an integrated 0.8 ohm mesh coil pod and a 1.2 ohm unipod coil. It has a magnetic pod connection, short circuit, no load, low voltage, overtime protections, as well as a micro USB port for charging. So there we go. There's your specs for this one as well. And let's get this over with, guys. Let's go down to the close-up view, and we'll take a better look at this thing. Boo! Whoop! All right, we are in the close-up, and I ruined my shot here. I had these somewhat set up here where we could take a better look without messing it all up, but yeah, I messed it up anyways. So here we have what you get in the box. Let's start with the Osmall. It's pretty basic, very plain packaging, as you can see. Obviously it's probably going to just have a different kind of color indication for the US versions for full retail. This was just a trial version, obviously they sent me. Vaporesso Osmall on this side there and there. Nothing to write home about. And on the back, your basic stuff, specifications, what's in the box, scratch and check, etc. I think right here you're going to see a UPC for whatever country decides to import these for the full retail versions. But let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. If I remember how. Is it a side? Oh, it's a side thing, isn't it? Oh, it's a top flippy thing. Okay. Derp. Look, you guys, you know, sometimes you just got to have a little faith in me, and eventually my brain will work it out. So let's get all the stuff out. All the stuff. So you have your typical Vaporesso little silver embossed certificate of various descriptions there. I think that's like the warranty stuff. You have the little how to use the scratch and check thing right there. And you know what? Why is this? Okay, that's better. Yeah, so we have our instruction. You couldn't even call that a booklet or a manual or anything. It's a fold-out manual. It's not really manual-like, though. It's just a couple of words on a page, really. Don't even think they had to go through all this effort, to be honest. It's the simplest pod system in the universe. But there you have it. So if you have to read up on this thing, there you go. And this one, it comes with a very cheap micro USB. It's not like their typical one with the fabric-y, wiry wrap going on. It's just your standard micro USB cable. So I'm not taking points off or anything like that because, you know, it's just a damn cable to charge it with. It's really very cheap anyways, so can't complain. So that's the stuff in the box there. Obviously, you get the single pod and the battery. So let's take a look at that while we can. And for that, I'm going to adjust the camera. So momentarily, I will be configuring the video here so we can take a better look at this thing. And I'm going to ramble until we get the camera set up. So we're going in for a nice close-up look. We're going to do the manual focus thing. And we're going to show you. There we go. So here is the Vaporesso Osmall. Without the pod in it, it is plasticky plastic. Not sure if the full retail is metal or if it's plastic, but they sent me what they sent me, and that's what I'm reviewing. It's kind of how I've always done it. On the bottom, we have our micro USB, and it has like this kind of texture-y thing going on, which I don't mind. It's kind of nice. Not really anything fancy about it whatsoever. On the inside there, you can see those two little eyeballs lighting up at you there. That's the contact point for your pod. And this one, I'm taking it off camera momentarily, has absolutely no liquid in the base. That speaks volumes. Now, I'll save the opinions for after. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Here is the pod. This is what it looks like. It kind of looks like the Zero pod, but a little bit smaller and a slightly different shape. It's a self-contained pod, as you can see there, and it has the side filling method right there, which is fine. I believe it's slightly, I see I ripped the little silicone plug out, but it is slightly elongated, so you can technically, you know, get your bottle out of the way-ish. But I really am firm on the belief that you should have, yeah, you could take this whole thing out if you wanted to let the air breathe out of the bottom there, but you need two holes when you're filling something up like this because you got to let the air out somewhere, and I don't think people are going to want to take this whole piece out because it's very difficult to get back in. So, pods. I absolutely loved the innovation behind the Zero. I thought it was always amazing. And yet, with this one here, they really cheaped out. This, I don't know if you can see that. It is the regular 1.2 ohm coil. They do have a mesh coil available, which, you know what, let me grab those while I'm at it, if I can find them. Oop. So, this is for, it says the mesh unipod. I believe this is the ones I got with this one. No, this is for the Xtra. I thought I got extra pods for it. You know what? I don't think I did. They didn't send me any extra pods for it. So, yeah, that's the pod. That's the pod, and that's all there is to it. So, real quick, let's go back and boop, click on manual focus there, back out a little bit so we can take a better look at what's inside the box for the Xtra. So, here is the Xtra. We'll put that off to the side for now. Much nicer looking box, nice big picture of the device. Vaporesso Xtra. Some of the main features on the side panel there. On the bottom, some company information. Not that you ever really care where this stuff comes from. It's all from China. We've got Vaporesso Xtra right there. And get more with less. Why do they put these cryptic ass messages on their boxes? That's just weird. Whatever, it's China. And on the back we have, oh, that's very, very bright, but yes, we can see all of the specs and stuff like that on the back of the box. You know what? Autofocus just does not work with this webcam. That's all there is to it. Not that you guys really need to know all this stuff anyways, because you can just look it up online. But there you go. There's the back of the box. Woohoo. So let's go ahead, take a look inside. Little tray where the device goes. Whoa, just going to spill everything out anyways. Oh, see? Yeah. Look at that. Looks familiar. Little scratch and check how-to thing. We've got how to fill up your pod and how to tell the difference between the two pods. Ta-da. We have the standard Vaporesso warranty information thing there. And a novel. Okay, bonus points for having a nice bound booklet manual type thing. Yes, there are color graphics in there. The printing is fairly small, but, you know, manageable. And you have about 3 pages of English and then about 75 other languages. Boom. So if you're a speed reader, you got all of that stuff. If not, you're out of luck because I'm moving on. We have a spare pod. This is the 1.2 ohm, I believe. Is it written on there like the Novo? Yes, it's on the side. This is the 1.2 ohm. I am currently using the 0.8 ohm in the device right now. I will be trying this one and coming back to you guys in a future video on you know, another topic. I'll just kind of randomly say, hey, the 1.2 ohm pod was either good or bad. So there we go. And we have, yes, the token fabric-y, plasticky wrapped Vaporesso coil. Ooh, fancy. I have about 20 of these things. And you know what? To their credit, this can actually transmit data. I know, your mind is blown. I was looking for a cable to sync my Xbox controller with my Xbox, and I didn't have my standard data cable there. And I was looking around the shop, and I have 8,000 of these cables. So I tried a few of them with no luck. A lot of the cheaper ones just couldn't transmit data. But this one can actually do it. I hooked this up, and I plugged it in my controller, and it worked. So random fact of the day, if you ever need to sync your Xbox controller to your Xbox and you don't have any other USB cable, the Vaporesso Quick Charge little plasticky wrapped one will. There you go. Hopefully that helps. And I have a big ass mess here, so we're just going to ignore that with the lovely out of focus, and we're going to go and take a look at this device. Let's see if it's completely blown out if I do that. No, not completely. So there we have it. Oop. The Vaporesso Xtra. It's got this super shiny, shiny, shiny chrome bit up here. Very reflective. You can see my big fingers in there and all the reflections of the monitors and etc. But yes, it's got this chrome piece on the kind of back bit, I guess. That's where the AA battery that powers this thing sits. I'm just kidding. This is, I'm not sure what kind of battery they put in this thing, but your guess is as good as mine, guys. I mean, any guesses in chat, I will be sure to read that out loud. We have the power button at the bottom here. We have the indicator light on this side where the charging port is. And this piece here has a squishy kind of stickery feel. And that's really the best way I can describe it. It feels like one of those like squishy stickers that you used to get in middle school, and you thought you were super cool because you had them all over your 5-star binder. But yeah, that's what it feels like. And this one I opened because I just love the color scheme. This is like definitely my aesthetic. Not a huge fan of the chrome. I could do without that, but we'll talk about that later. And the inside, this has, as you can see, 2 contact points and 2 magnets, and hopefully you guys can even see that little reflective, or not reflective, but that shiny stuff in there at the bottom. That is liquid. Yes, it is all over the outside of the pod. It's completely drenched, and I got about a third of this, you know, in my lungs. I got a third of it inside the pod thing there, and a third of it I actually was able to, you know, drink, basically. So, yeah, not the greatest coil design, not the greatest pod design, at least for the 0.8. Like I said, I will be reporting back on the 1.2. I'm going to try this thing with proper mouth to lung and do it that way, but hopefully it holds up better, because this pod did not pass the test. I have juice all over my fingers now, and we have our vapor towel. There we go. We agreed that, what was it, vapor towels, or what was the other thing that that Ender's Other Games said? He had a good one. Vapor paper, something like that. That was good. So there we go. Yeah, unfortunately, very disappointed with the pod, you know, not leaking. These leak all over the place, and it's pretty much empty. Like I said, probably got about a third of that actually vaped. But yes, as you can see on the top edge here, it has a lanyard strap little holder thing. I was a little bit disappointed that it didn't come with a lanyard strap. That was one thing that they touted in the specs, and yet they failed to give you the cheapest of lanyards. So, kind of disappointed there. You know, all right. You know, while we're fired up here, let's go back to the main screen. I think we're pretty much all wrapped up there. Boop-a-doop-doop-doo. Ready for it? Boop. We are back up at the main screen. And now that I'm very just kind of antsy to talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's see if anyone had any battery ideas. Let's see. No one had any idea what kind of battery that was in there? I don't know. That roundness, this roundness of that screams AA to me, but just saying. What are the milliamp hours? It's a 900 milliamp hour. You know what else is a 900 milliamp hour? Rechargeable AA's. Just kidding. Anyways, guys, I'm just throwing it out there. Tinfoil hat time. But yeah, let's talk about the performance, my opinions about it, and then we'll move on and talk about other stuff. Because, let's face it, I'm not a huge pod guy. I want to hear your opinions on stuff. I want to talk about other things, non-pod system related as well, and we'll get on to that in just a minute here. But, so, I went into this whole endeavor thinking I was going to come out with a video or multiple videos that this one was trash and that this one was awesome. And here I am thinking quite the opposite. Now, granted, I am not the biggest fan of these aesthetics. This is ugly. This is not, it can't even hold a candle or a match to the Zero, okay? This right here feels cheap, looks cheap. Basically, this whole thing right here is like the cheapest thing I've ever vaped on. It's super thin, weak, cheap feeling plastic. Just, I guess you could use the term Chinesium, but it's not great. Not great, guys. But this pod is actually pretty darn good. Like I said, needs either to have a more elongated fill port or two holes. Two holes. That's all you had to do. Put two holes. One for your nozzle, the other to let air out. That's all you got to do. But it's not that difficult to fill. I'll give them that. And it does not leak. Not a drop in weeks. So that is definitely something to Vaporesso's credit there. I love the feeling of vaping on this thing. It feels very, very comfortable to vape on. I know it's kind of a weird looking shape, but it's very comfortable. I was going to say something really dirty. Jenny knows what I'm thinking. She has the dirtiest mind in here. Yeah, let's have a vape. So I am doing like a mouth to lung, trying to draw a lot in, and it's still giving me a nice draw to it. It's a little bit looser mouth to lung than I actually like, but it's not terrible. It's similar to the Zero. It's very similar to the Zero. I would venture to call this the cheap Zero, if you will. Mind you, the price on this kit right here is $14. So you get $14 out of it. The performance is definitely worth $14. I have paid 4 or 5 times as much for something that performs not even close to this. So there's that. But yeah, let's for a smoker, give this to a smoker. Give this one to a smoker. 100%. This with some tobacco, 18 or 24 milligram, freebase nicotine. Get them to drop down all the steps, and you will get a smoker to quit using one of these things for very, very cheap. Let's go ahead and have another vape. Yeah, I like it. Even though it's cheap, I still like it. I'm going to recommend it. Like I said, give them out to smokers. They're $15 or $14 online. They're ridiculously cheap. Give it to a smoker. Help a friend out. Keep one for yourself. Just have one in your car. If you see someone that you want to quit smoking, just throw it at them. Not really. That could, incur a lawsuit. But yeah, it's good. It's really good. I can get over the cheapness. I can get over the feeling and all that. If this had the rubber grip feel or a nice metallic finish, it would be top notch. If it was another $5-6, I would be okay with that. $20 for a metal thing, a metal pod. Yeah, I'll do that all day. But as it stands, I think $14 for this thing is definitely a good deal. But choose your color wisely. Moving on. The Xtra. The Xtra is very good for what it's meant to do. It's meant to make vapor, and it's good at doing that. One thing I forgot to mention is the battery life. Not the greatest. Not the greatest in this one. What do you expect? It's tiny. It's okay. It'll get you through a day. It lasts probably about as long as one of these disposables, which is about a day. So there's that. Just, but it's rechargeable, so you can just go and charge it. So this one here, battery life is much better. Still not wonderful, but much better. The lanyard strap, disappointed. Wish they put one in the box. It's even a wrist strap or something. They could have put something in it, man. It's China. They have a billion of those. Charging, yeah, charges up pretty quickly. It's got the indication light, which I do like. Simple, easy to use. It's got an on-off button. Another thing I like. Pods. Bad. Terrible pods. I can't take the pod out without it having juice on it, ever. Filling method is about the same as the other one, so still kind of not great. But the leaking factor and just dripping juice, literally just pouring out, it's not good. As far as the performance is concerned, it does well. If they fix the pods, they have a winner. But as far as I'm concerned right now, I would not recommend this thing. That being said, the price on this thing is $25. Still within the reasonable range. However, leaky pods, no go. Flavor, vapor production, all that stuff is good. But leaky pods, that's just an instant off button for me. Now, that being said, it's not my only complaint. The draw on this for a zero.8 ohm coil is not loose enough for a restricted direct lung or for a loose mouth to lung. The draw is either, well, I wouldn't even recommend a mouth to lung on a 0.8 ohm mesh coil pod, whatever, because it's just too hot. It's too hot. You're going to cough. Some people can handle it. I can't. I can't at all. Mouth to lung this thing is almost physically painful for me. So I tend to go with like a looser kind of, a tighter direct to lung, or the hybrid hit that I like to do. So it's not bad, and it produces a lot of vapor. Flavor is fine, but there's just a lot I don't like about these pods. In my humble opinion, if they switch the filling method or something, either switch the filling method or switch the airflow to not directly out the bottom, again, that would be a winner for me. But at this stage, I just can't recommend this thing. I can't. So yeah, that is the Xtra. I will be putting links to buy these on my website after this video goes live. The links will be on my website, dailyvape.tv, if you would like to purchase either one of them. Now, let's get on with it. It's just past half hour into the show, so let's go ahead and take a look at chat. Sorry I've been ignoring you guys. I just had to get all that stuff out because I don't have any notes. I do this off the top of the dome. So yeah, let's take a look at chat. King Tot says hashtag moist pod. Yes. Yes. Man, I'm super bummed about this thing because I was so stoked on it. And some of the colors, I forgot to mention the colors for this one: silver, carbon fiber, gray textured, gray resin with black and red, silver resin with blue and purple, rainbow resin, and rainbow non-resin. So that's the colors to this one. Some of the colors look really cool, like the black, what is it? The gray textured. That one looks, I think, the best in my opinion. So yeah, they have some pretty cool colors with this one here. But the pods are bad. Not only that, you know what? Put this pod in this tank. Have more things that are universal that you could just kind of swap in and out. Like, I don't understand the reason for having a proprietary pod for every single system that you come out with. If this one had 0 pods, it would be, I would ignore anything going on. I would say, a 0, that's half the price. Absolutely. If this one had these pods or 0 pods, same thing. I could look past a lot of things like battery life and etc. and I'd just go, yeah, I would definitely say yes to it because of the fact that it takes the same pod as another thing. So, yeah. Just a little bit bummed. Vapor Swaggin says, is it good? I hope I answered everything there for you, Mr. Swaggins. Is that like 2 chains? I don't even know what I was walking into with that one there. Jenny says, to me it looks like a cheap Nord. That's interesting. I mean, Nords look pretty cheap too, let's face it. Pud Puffs, thanks for joining us, man. I know it's ridiculously late over there, and I've been extremely busy, so big shout out to Pud Puffs for what he does. You are helping everyone and working very hard doing it. So thank you, buddy, for that. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Really do appreciate everything. But yeah, let's see what else you guys have to say. Dave Satek says, hashtag Voop material. These would be good Voopers. That sounds weird. Voopers? I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that from now on. Voopers. Mods that you take in the bathroom with you. Wow. Okay. This is going downhill fast. Let's see. King Tut again says, hashtag ribbed for your pleasure. That would not be pleasurable, my friend. That's kind of lots of edges on there to catch. Ooh, not great. Oh, let's see. All right. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. What's up, Cuban Man 2009? My dude Tree. He says, hey, brother, glad to see you're still hanging in there. From Boston. Hey, man, glad to see you're still hanging in there. I miss you. I miss all the Springfield crew from the old shop there. And I hope you're doing well, man. Let's see. King Tut. Claris 14 GT, 14500, 800 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt protected lithium ion. High drain, 4 amp button top battery with micro USB charging port. Well, there you go. King Tut has done all the homework for me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's probably going to be that one. It's only a 4 amp though. Not that. I mean, I'm sure you guys are probably doing the math right now, but 4 amps for, if you're talking about this one, for a 0.8 ohm sub-ohm is not going to work. I'm pretty sure you need at least 8, if I'm not mistaken. But that's just mental math, and you guys know how good I am good at doing that. Yeah. Let's see. Where is it leaking from? My guess would be the airflow hole. That's a very educated guess. Ooh, look again. You can kind of see there's some wetness going on. That's what she said. There we go. Got that out of the way. My pod is leaky sometimes too, says Dave Satek. Well, Dave, you should keep your pod in your pants. Maybe wear rubber pants. There you go. We are terrible. This is the late night stream, you guys. There's no rules here. We talk about dirty things. Unlike on Stan's channel where everything is vanilla and boring. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. So, let's see. So let's talk about other stuff. Oh, you know what I was going to do while we talk about other stuff? We're just going to have a little chit-chat session, guys. Hope that's okay with everyone. We're going to mix some juice while we do this. So I have my empty bottle here that I'm going to refill. I actually bought juice today. I haven't bought juice in a very long time, but... Oh, Glass Basics Mango Tango is the tits. So, Glass, if you're listening out there, sponsor me. We're going to mix up a 0 and a 3 to make a 1.5 because that's what I've been doing lately. And we're going to read some chat while we do it. So, let's go down here. And I might explain a little bit as I'm doing this. So, I have a 120 ml bottle here, and I'm going to mix 260s into it. Ta-da! Oh, let's see. They were the creators of the EUC coil. Yeah. Vaporessos, they like to try to innovate with their coils, but I just don't think I've seen anything that's like blown my mind. I mean, their ceramic was, I think, a little bit ahead of the other guys, but that's not saying much because no one wants to use ceramic anyways. Oh yeah, I'm using the unboxing knife to open bottles here. What you do is you get right under that cap and pop that lid open. I'm sure people in the UK know all about taking the tops off of their bottles for putting in their Nick shots. Hashtag loophole. And then you just dump it in. Ta-da. Let's see. Oh, this motherfucker says it's only 20 minutes to 4. Ooh, boy. Carl Hutchins, how's it from New Zealand? Wow. Welcome to tomorrow. Or welcome to yesterday, I should say. Damn. Let's see. Michael Vapors. Hiya, Nick. Hello. Dude, Dave Satek. Hashtag After show, yes. This is like the after show. The after show that is the show. Oh my god, there's a show idea. The after show show. Wow. Wow, I didn't think about that. That's amazing. I moved to Boston almost 2 years ago. Miss you as well. Miss you, man. Have to come back and visit or something. We're down at Enfield now. We moved south. South of the border. Let's see. Blackcurrant lemonade concentrate. Oh, I am jealous. I'm jealous and mad that you're not going to share. Everybody from the UK, shout out to you guys because it's super late. It is closing in on 4 in the morning. Yeah, boy. Is that the spider? Did you just call me tenacious? Mother. That is a Spyderco. It was gifted to me by one of my awesome patrons. It's very dirty. That I need to clean the tip. There you go. There's another after show moment. But it's a Spyderco. I forget the model number. I used to know it, and it's nice. It's great for vape mail times. It's great for, you know, cutting snitches. You know, like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Just kidding. But yeah, it's really nice. Let's see. J. Jerry, hello, good sir. I think I like to get every last drop that I can out of these bottles. Nick Shots. Imagine DIYing e-juice with 10 mils of 18 milligram. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. That's the Nick Shot life in a nutshell. I mean, it's like halfway to DIYing, right? What's up, David SQ from Florida? Hope everything's going well down there. I heard the beaches are packed. Heard that can be an issue. Gonna try to avoid the C word tonight. The COVID, you know? We're trying to keep this a little bit lighter than past weeks because trying to stay positive here. Blackcurrant and crumpets, and I shall get them. Yes, when the flight restrictions are up, I am traveling. I don't care if there's an expo or no expo. I'm traveling. Me and the boys of Savs actually kind of briefly talked about doing a road trip up the country of England, basically going from south to north, from London all the way up to, I don't know, maybe as far as Scotland, but I don't know. But that would be super cool. Just do like basically 5 days, fly in London, and then drive up, and then fly out of either somewhere up north or Scotland or something. That would be freaking rad. I have the Butterscotch Reserve, and I like it. Yeah, dude, every single one of these flavors is a banger from the Glass Basics line, and they sell really well too. Just watching Nick fill juice bottles at 4 a.m. No big deal. Nothing to see here. How similar is Just Jam to Jam Monster? That is a question for the UK folks in chat. I would have to say, if anyone could possibly answer that, I'm sure you could, because I know you guys get a lot of Just Jam over there in the UK. I have never tried Just Jam. I am not a huge Jam Monster fan. I mean, I've tried a couple of Jam Monsters. They were okay, but nothing to write home about, in my opinion. I mean, they weren't offensive in any way. You know, they were good. They were acceptable. But I'm just not a huge dessert flavor fan. See ya, Pud Puffs. Have a good one, buddy. Stay healthy. Stay well. Nick's dirty tip. Dude, I'm just full of it tonight. I am... Jesus. I can't get away for 2 seconds without saying something inappropriate. I blame Jenny. Does the Mango Tango have added sweetener? Not a lot. I have used probably 360 mils in the past. It to me, it has as much as Blaz. And I know Blaz is not a name I have mentioned recently, I'm not going to make any motions so that you guys can Photoshop me. I'm just going to go like this. Okay, maybe that looks bad too. Should I shake the bottle in between my legs underneath my desk? No. Yeah, so I vaped about 3 bottles of it before I had to change a coil. So it's really not bad on coils. And yes, I can I tell if there's sweetener, or can I tell if it's like a lot of sweetener? I can't taste the added sweetener, if that's the question you were asking. It's not ridiculously, you can feel it in your teeth sweet. It's like a nice, natural-ish sweet. And it has a little bit of blackcurrant in it too, which, ha. If you didn't know, yes, it has blackcurrant, mango, pineapple, and peach. It's amazing. All right, that's enough shaking. I'm afraid Jenny Sins is going to explode. I'm going to compile this thing here. I put my RDTA, the Aromomizer Plus RDTA, or Aromomizer Plus V2 even, on the incredible bulk. And we're going to be testing it out on here for, about a week or so. Next week I'll do the review. And with that, I will also be building the mesh deck. So I'll be building the mesh deck on camera and then reviewing it. I think the building of the mesh deck is going to have to be the first half of the video. So that's going to be a fun one next week, guys. Stay tuned. All right. Let's grab our batteries off the charger. Jenny Sin says she needs to memorize this. Oh, boy. Too late. Oh, no. Yes, that is an 810 tip on this tank on the Aromomizer V2. I hate saying the name because it's like super long. Aromomizer V2 RDTA by Steam Crave. There. Somebody throw Jenny a towel. V1 was a 510. Really? Oh my god! I never had the original. Let's see. Here's the other magic that I do, guys. I take the label. If I can get my fingernail under it, take the label and I peel it. Very carefully. Uh-oh. All the sticky stuff came off, so hopefully it sticks. But you can actually reuse the label on here. Booyakasha. That's pretty good. Good enough. Good enough to get us by here for a couple of weeks, hopefully. Ta-da! Mango Tango, 120 mil. Actually, it looks really good on there. They should really do 120 mils of this. But yeah, what was I just talking about? I can't remember at all. And I keep moving off center and the camera's like, where are you going? And now, but I still have sticky stuff. I need Goo Gone. Oh God, that sounds wrong too. I'm just done. I'm done talking. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I can't be trusted tonight, obviously. I'm going to switch this to manual focus because it's being a bit of a bitch. There we go. Look at that. Nice and crisp. All right. So now I'm going to fill up my tank. V2 sold out quick for the first batch. We'll have to jump on the second batch. Yeah, I know. I always do my reviews super late. They must hate me. They just sent me an email today. So I will say that next week I will be getting the review out for this. And I also have something that I might dig out of the collection, considering I'm going on this adventure of trying to quit the disposables. Um, I have something in the collection that might help me along as well. It is a mouth to lung RDA that I'm sure everyone has seen before. But you know what? People, you guys shouldn't watch me for the newest content. You should watch me for the best content. I'm just kidding. You should watch me for my side of things and you know, my opinions, because everyone is going to be different. And I know people have just put out their videos for the Osmall and for the Xtra, and I haven't seen them, but now I might go back and watch a couple of them just to see what they have to say about it. Just to see if my opinions line up with theirs. But I like to keep my head as clear as possible when it comes to reviews. That way I could just formulate my own thoughts and my own opinions on certain things without anything hindering my judgment. FYI, the juice flow control is closed when you're filling this. For those of you that didn't know, close your juice flow control, if you have one, before opening the top of the tank to fill it. Then, bloop, 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 the bubbles. All of the bubbles. There's still some of the old juice on there, so I'm going to have to burn through it. But I'm going to just chain vape it until I get to this mango, because it's delicious. Oh yeah, starting to change. Starting to change already. Ooh, that's a weird transition. That is a weird transition. Yeah, this right here, that's a vape. You call that a vape? This is a vape. Oh, that's a good flavor right there. Starting to really change over now. You know what's funny? I'm getting the black currant flavor first. That's the weirdest thing. Is I'm actually getting black currant and like pineapple before I get mango. That's weird. There we go. Now I have successfully clouded out my room, and we shall close it out there. So, last minute updates, new things. Stay tuned for That's What She Said tomorrow. No Vape Stew this Friday, so make sure if you're in the Vape Stew Crew Facebook group, go vote for what we're going to throw down a hill. I'm going to try my best. If I have a product or if I don't have a product, I'm going to ask for your guys' help for this. I want to take a video of me or you guys throwing the product that got voted off last week down a hill. That's the plan. And we're going to send it to Stan, and Stan's going to include it in Vape Stew. So your chance to be on Vape Stew is if you send in a clip of what got thrown down a hill the previous week, and we'll play it on the show live. So there you go. That's a big update for you guys. But yeah, no Vape Stew this Friday. So throw it down a hill will be rolled over into the next week. So I expect a ton of votes on the three that I put up there. It's between the Smoke Light Up Baby Beast, the Mutation XS, the mini one, and the Super Tank Turbo. Now, if you've been vaping for like less than 4 years, then you won't know what that is. But it is a sub-ohm tank with a little fan in the bottom, and it goes woo when you vape on it. So, yeah, it's between those three products. As far as things that I'm on the hunt for, I might actually get myself a Rye RDA. Everyone says it's so great, and it's worth the money and all that. So I might pick one up just to take a look at it. I don't really buy vape stuff very often, but when all your buddies are buying it, it's kind of that peer pressure thing. So I feel like I'm going to end up just throwing the $75 at it and picking one up. Especially if you guys are interested. If you guys want me to do that, then, by all means, I will. And by all means, you can also support me on Patreon. Ta-da! Link is right down there in the description. We do live streams not live streams, but we do little hangouts every Sunday where we just get together. And I actually might think about doing some new stuff with that as well, like playing cards and stuff like that. I know we could do that. So that might be a thing in the near future where we could play like, poker or Cards Against Humanity or Uno or stuff like that. That would be pretty sweet for the patrons. Plus giveaways. There's that too. Hey. What else? Throw Stanton Glance down a hill at a quarry that's empty, no water. Sure. Wish I could, I guess. I mean, that would be murder, but It sounded like Stanley's lost at a vape meet video. Jeez, no one knows what you're talking about, Mowgli. Blair Witch vape meet video. Yeah, no. That's a very obscure reference there, Mogs. You're going to have to educate people in the group. You can post a link to it if you want. You can post a link to it. I will allow you to share that video in Vape Stew Crew if you can dig it up. The Aries 2 looks nice. It does, but it's just not my style. I have no real need for it unless they send it to me, which I haven't gotten anything from Anakin in a long time, so I doubt that's going to be possible. I got some Pixel Buds. Ta-da, Pixel Buds. I don't know, it's wireless headphones. I thought they would be pretty cool. Supposedly they can live translate in your ear while people are speaking other languages, so I kind of bought them half for that, and also half because I don't have a pair of wireless earbuds. And they work with my Pixel stand back there as well. So that's kind of neat. What else? I obviously got a Secret Lab chair, and it's very comfortable. Should I review it? Man, right now it's getting 10 out of 10, that's for sure. Let's see. Last minute promos, got to wrap it up. Hope you guys have been enjoying the music and the intros. I've been trying a little bit harder to make some nicer intros there. Eventually I might get some, fancy stuff going on around the edges and frames and transitions and that sort of thing. Once I get into the flow, I'm getting used to it, guys. I mean, it's just a long transition period for me from Mac to PC, but I'm getting there, guys. I have new video games, so I'm going to be streaming on Twitch a little bit more often. I have lots of stuff to play, so we should just definitely hang out on that. Oh, speaking of video games, I'm probably going to be broadcasting during stew hours on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/slightlybuzzed, where we will play some Viscera cleanup detail with me, Swaggins, and Demo. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if I could get those guys into that idea, either that, Destiny 2, or something else that we can all play together. But yeah, if you guys are interested and bored tomorrow night or Friday night because there's no stew, then definitely check that out because it's going to be a lot of fun and laughs will be had over there. Yeah, so obviously Savs this Sunday, and then probably a game stream after that. We're probably going to end up doing some more Call of Duty or something. We stream for hours and hours and hours between the various Twitch channels with me, Jay, and Chris from Empire Vape Co. So yeah, that was a lot of fun last Sunday. I pre-ordered Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. They're remastering it, and I pre-ordered it. So as soon as I get that warehouse pre-order level, I will be streaming that as well because I am super excited about it, and you guys should be too because it's an awesome nostalgic game from my youth, and it's just super dope. So there's that. I will give my last-minute shout-outs out. So Let's quickly go through the new subscribers. JD0692, Mushroom Wombat, someone named Switch, Terrible Terry Taint. I love the alliteration. Bruno Bacello or Bacello. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Fazkur Aman. Again, terrible pronunciation on my part. RWH411. Coleman Ian Guino-O. Alexander Drozd. I'm just murdering last names again. Oliver Marinho. We're going to go with that. I'm sorry if I murdered your last name, guys. But thank you so much for subscribing. That's the subscribers over the past 7 days. Thank you guys so much for that. Shout out to our new lovely moderator, Jenny Sin Designs. Make sure you check her out on Instagram. She does some lovely artwork, and you should all give her money to commission a cartoon of yourself, because that's what she does best. You can see that on the thumbnails of my videos now. Puddle Jumper 84, thanks for sticking around. We have Kenneth Arnold, Quahir, as I like to call him, Quager Vapes. Jay Jerry, thanks for hanging out. Almost past 4 in the morning now in the UK. Chaotic Angel 121. Dismo Fugger here. Joel Oliver, Dave Satek, my dude, sticking around for the whole show. We've got Mowgli Vapes, thanks for stopping by. We've got Daryl Bashian, last name, sorry. Let's see. Michael Vapors, and yeah, Eddie Sterling, Pud Puffs, thanks for stopping by. I know he's gone, but David SQ25, Voodoo 1013, Tetley Man as well for stopping by. John Riker, and that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Oh, look, in Coil Image at the last possible second decided to pop in. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I had a blast. We had some good chats. We had some good discussions, and a lot of dirty thoughts and actions. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as well. Same damn thing next week. You guys know it. Thank you again. Links, all that good stuff right down there in the description. And as always, vape on.